Hey guys, so in this video I really want to be talking about the mind over ego, embracing humility and self-awareness with a physical disability. I really wanted to film this video because I know for a fact that 7 years ago, prior to my diagnosis, if I saw this video, I would have instantly clicked this video and just tried to hear out what the person was trying to say. But you know what? 7 years later, and I'm that person I was looking for. So yeah, I just really hope this video helps any one of you kind of experiencing similar things to me. Especially with the things I'm going to be talking about in this video. I've numbered quite a few points down in the hopes that I can film everything within like a 10-minute video. But before we begin this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. They're almost at 8K subscribers. Like, help your girl out. And it just really would mean the world to me. And for now, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Imagine what it feels like when your world turns upside down yet again at 19, but this time, it's not because of the bullies, no, but because of an autoimmune disease that decides to attack your immune system. Like, what did I do wrong? How are you to ask for help when you hold your pride and independence up so high where you just don't want people to think you're the weak? The one thing I failed to realize was that asking for help, using a mobility aid, was not showing a sign of weakness per se, rather, it was showing vulnerability, and that shows nothing but strength. Though it took me 4 years to embrace adaptability and resilience, I was able to bounce back from the setback and use it as a challenge, as an opportunity for growth with this disease called multiple sclerosis. The rollator you guys do see was one that one of my best friends rented out for me. He actually came to Canada. He's from America. We usually go to Vegandale together every year. Last year was the first, but it kind of made it a tradition. And he came with me to Vegandale, and it was pretty cool because it was like, you know, he was like I know you struggled the last time, but like, is renting a rollator something you would think about? Especially last year after Vegandale, I just felt like I couldn't enjoy anything to its fullest because my body wasn't allowing me to. I was using this rollator. I went the entire day feeling like the unstoppable. It really did mean the world to me because it made me realize that I could still be outside and enjoy life to its fullest. I know I'm always smiling about things and all of that stuff, but with walking, it was just one of my insecurities. It's always been. But with using this rollator for the first time when I was outside, I didn't have to think about when my legs were going to give up because I just wasn't tired. This whole thing was just so eye-opening for me because it was like, you know, I think about university, it was where I struggled the most, like during my diagnosis as well. And had I known a rollator would have helped me, I wouldn't have had to be the one to walk up those staircases up to the second floor just because I didn't want to take the elevator up the second floor because people would have looked at me weird and be like, why couldn't you just walk up the stairs? You know what I mean? With an invisible disability, that's what I had. I didn't use a cane. I didn't use a rollator. I didn't use a mobility aid, and it always made me feel so defeated. And the rollator just did so much for me that I was honestly so mind blown. Accepting your limitations, you need to understand when to take a break and when to just stop and just relax. You know what I mean? Recognizing and acknowledging your physical capabilities and restrictions are so huge, but it's so easy to forget about because you always try to challenge yourself, you know what I mean? For me, I always try to challenge myself. Yeah, I'm tired, but I'm gonna keep pushing. But with just pushing myself, that's when I end up falling down, tripping on my own foot. My nystagmus worsens, everything starts shaking, and then my whole world feels like it's falling apart. So it's like, what's the point? Just accept your limitations and let's just keep moving. Number 2, letting go of pride. This one is a little difficult for me even to this day. Letting go of pride is something that I need to start getting used to, because it's letting go of the idea of needing to be perfect or just independent. And it's hard because I'm a perfectionist that's also independent. So you're asking me not to be myself? Like, how dare you? I like being independent, and sometimes I choose to struggle in silence. But that's just because I like challenges. It's not because I'm being depressing. Honestly, sometimes for me, it's okay to ask for help. It's just, I don't need help. Every one of my infusions, okay, I've been getting my infusions for over 7 years now. Every one of those infusions I've been going alone to. I never once asked anyone to come with me, even when I didn't want to go by myself. Like, I mean, I have an infusion coming up next month. Do I want to go by myself? Honestly, no. But do I have anyone to ask? Honestly, no. Or I do, but I mean, I'm just going to assume I don't have anyone to ask, because then I don't need to think about who to ask. Number 3, embracing vulnerability. With embracing vulnerability, it's about being open and honest about your needs and challenges, right? So it goes back to accepting help when others offer you like assistance or something. But I'm just always the kind of person to be like, oh no, I'm okay, I'm fine. And then I trip on my own foot and then I feel completely stupid. Happens all the time. But the one thing, as I mentioned earlier in this video, was one thing I failed to realize was asking for help was never showing a sign of weakness per se. Rather, it was showing a sign of vulnerability, and that shows nothing but strength. My experience with multiple sclerosis kind of put me in a spot where I was learning from this experience, learning about what I needed and what I didn't. And I mean, it took me quite a few years, but it's fine. I'm here now, 7 years in, and now I'm using a rollator. Like, who am I? Number 5, embracing adaptability. So with embracing adaptability, what I meant here was just being open to the new ways of doing things to overcome obstacles. So this doesn't even just, like in my case, doesn't just go from using a mobility aid, right, from a cane to then a rollator, but incontinence. A new way of doing things is wearing a diaper. Just not stepping outside without putting on a diaper. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was gonna help me at the end of the day. Like, I was just so tired of wetting myself outside in public. It's traumatizing, it's embarrassing, and I mean, I've done that so many times on dates too. It just, oh my, there went my confidence. It was so traumatizing because it really does take a lot on your mental health too, right? But while embracing adaptability and becoming open to new ways of doing things, accepting help, accepting the fact that you need a mobility aid of some sort. The cane was helpful for me, but I honestly felt like I needed something more, and honestly, it was the rollator this entire time. And if I could tell you how frustrated I am with myself for not having been so open-minded when I was first going through all the difficulties I was, especially with walking. I mean, you live and you learn, so I can't be upset with myself for that. I am proud of myself for how far I've come, so there's that. There's the growth aspect of things. But yeah, just embracing adaptability is just so huge. So number 6, cultivating gratitude. I talk about this quite a bit in a few of my videos, right? Especially the one recent video I have where I was meditating. With meditation, I always try to focus on the things that I'm grateful for. You know, even if I have a bad day, I think about the things that I'm grateful for, because it's hard to get stuck in that loophole where you start dwelling on your limitations, but then when you start thinking about the things that you do have, when you start thinking about the things that you're thankful for, it makes any situation better, honestly. Number 7, okay, I talk about this a lot in so many one of my videos. But I said it this way. I said finding self-worth beyond abilities, right? Finding self-worth, in a way, it's kind of like self-love. It's so important. Self-love and self-worth actually it allows you to recognize that your values and identity extend beyond your physical capabilities. And this is just so important, and it's just one of those things that I just feel like is so easy to forget about, your self-worth. Once you feel like you're just not capable of doing anything, or that your abilities are not very, are a little bit more disabling than anything else, you just start losing that self-worth and that self-love because you start to feel a little less of a person. So that's pretty much it to my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about this video, because I'd honestly love to hear from you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'd love to get to 8K much sooner than I think I can, but just help your girl out. But for now, I'll see you guys in my next video. That will be up soon. So bye guys.